Been an amazing journey. Well, I mean, I think that I've been given tremendous blessings in my personal, my relationship with my wife, my family with my kids, and my professional career. So I've been richly blessed.
Very pleasant for the most part. Some parts have been sad, some parts have been great.
I would say I'm currently at Scylla and Charybdis in my personal Odyssey. I say that because I'm at a point where I'm going to be making a very tough decision soon. Next year, when I'm a senior, I'm going to be determining where I want to go for college. And it's not just Scylla or Charybdis, it's Scylla, Charybdis, and 2,000 other monsters. Not necessarily monsters in the way of, in my journey. It's just that there are so many different paths that are available for me to take, and it's just determining which one will be the best for me. Whereas in Odysseus' case, he had to determine the one that was not going to lead him to die, as well as his crewmates. And unfortunately, in his case, after the second event with them, they all died, except for Odysseus. For me, it's going to be a very tough decision, as I currently am very unaware of what I want to study in school. And so I think that with this being my personal Scylla and Charybdis in my Odyssey, it will be very interesting to see which way I want to go. And because in the end, this is going to be part of my story. This is going to be my Scylla. What I tell to my kids and my grandkids is I'm going to be saying, I remember one of my toughest decisions I've ever had to make was determining where I wanted to go to college.
Becoming a parent, wife and a parent, I learned to take care of not only myself, but my children, my husband.
I think I've tied a lot of things back into my athletic background, which was primarily basketball, and a lot of tough basketball situations, and I never gave up and kept playing. So I've never given up in life.
The loss of my husband, I was sad, and I knew that I had to take care of myself.
Is there anything that you learned more than that?
To enjoy life every minute, because it's short.
Well, I think the most important thing that happened in my life is my wife. It's a rich blessing because it's a tremendous relationship. I love her very much, and we've got 2 wonderful kids and 36 years this August of marriage.
I probably would pick my husband, and I would ask if he was happy, and
Any other questions?
no, I don't think so, because we had time to talk before he died.
Sure.
Well, I mean, there's several people that I would want to talk to. Who's the most important person I would want to talk to? Would be my dad. Well, what it's like, what to expect, what's heaven like. I miss him very much because I love my dad very much. He taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to compete. That's who I would talk to. I have a Parthenon of heroes, and my dad leads the Parthenon of heroes in that parade. And Fred Taylor and Dave Redding, my longtime minister at Liberty Presbyterian Church, he and I were very close. I mean, my immediate Parthenon, and I have a historical Parthenon. Well, historical, I mean, I love George Patton. I think what he did, Ulysses S. Grant, Abraham Lincoln held the Union together. George Washington, Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson. those are giants. If you think about what they put together at the time of that point in history, with the lack of computers, and also they put that all together based on their readings, their beliefs, and stood the test of time for 200 plus years. It's pretty amazing.
Probably what to do with the rest of my life, because only I can take care of that. That my life is mine. I have to take care of it. Yeah. After your grandfather died, I think it's made me stronger,
How so?
because I want to take care of myself. I don't want my children to have to take care of me. I just want to enjoy them. I don't want to be a burden.
I think when it was time to sell the company. Well, because it was 2011, we were having a good year. Did I want to keep the company? Did I want to sell it? Did I think? Now, as it turned out, it was a wise decision because of the health issues I had to deal with after that. But at the time, it was a tough decision. Your brother and I talked about it a lot. We decided to go for it. We did. It worked out okay. I have a big temptation now to retire.
Why
I'm
is
afraid if I retire, I would rot away very quickly instead of being busy, because I like to be busy. So the temptation is to retire. I could afford to retire right now. But what would I do? I don't know what I would do. That's why it's a temptation, because I can't travel like I would want to travel because my children are still in high school. And I need to stay active because I still think I have some things to contribute to the world. So I'm on a couple board of directors of some companies. And I've been through the church work. I've done 12 years of being an elder in the church. So I'm done with the not-for-profits. So I think I need to stay engaged right now. So I am tempted to retire because I don't like traveling and flying and being away from my family, or I don't fit too well on airplanes anymore.
I don't know that I've ever been trapped. There may be times when I would like to have been someplace else. Probably when I was growing up as a teenager, I would like to have been someplace else at times.
Where were you when you were a teenager? In specific?
I was in New York and then back in Ohio.
And why didn't you want to be there?
I wanted to be with the rest of my family, not just my mother. My mother had lived in New York with me, but my father was back in Ohio because they were divorced.
Right now, the Parkinson's. I'm on the health situation I thought I would be in, or I want to be in, but I'm trapped. So I'm going to play the cards I've been dealt.
How are you handling that situation?
Well, I'm trying to follow the exercise and listen to the doctors and protocols and take my medicines and try to stay active and stay positive.
How's that working?
So far, it's working okay. I think I'm doing all right.
And
It's a change.
how does that affect you mentally?
Sometimes if I let it, it can be depressing and tiring. I have to labor to get to some places and move, but on the whole, I try to stay positive and work my way through it. Much is given, much is expected.
My husband. He was always dependable.
Are there certain examples that you remember about that?
It was the way he lived his life.
My wife, she's wonderful. She's kind, she's caring, she's loving. She's bright, she's intelligent, she's caring. She's wonderful. I mean, there's so many, I can't even put my finger on one, but now with my health issues, she goes to doctors with me, she listens to them, she reads on stuff, she gets me information. She's busy at school, supporting the kids at school. I mean, it's just, in my mind, it's never ending.
So
She's been there with me every step of the way. From when we had kids, we were trying to have a family, when we didn't have a family, when we got kids. Personal, professional, she's been right there every step of the way. Well, in 1998, you were just born in 1997, and your mom stopped working in Vector, where we worked together for I don't know how many years, and then she was at home with you. And I had a bad year in business and lost all my equity, went several $1 million into the hole. The banks were circling. Maybe we were able to come out of that, and that was in 1998, and you sold the business in 2011 for a nice profit. So that's an escape. It took me a few years, but it was an odyssey.